Okay, everybody, lesson 53. Review lessons 11 through 15. With your girls, Justine is nursing. She'll be here later, I think. So our lessons 11 through 15 are my meaningless thoughts are showing me a meaningless world. I'm upset because I see a meaningless world. A meaningless world engenders fear. God did not create a meaningless world. And my thoughts are images I've made. And we are to read the lessons with commentary at the beginning of the day. And then throughout the day, spend time with each of these lessons, 2 minutes or more. And then focus, if you choose, on one or all. And let like-minded or let similar thoughts come to mind around the lessons. So what was very clear to me and what has come to me from these lessons as a whole, and I hope I can articulate it, but it's come up with conversations I've had with a good friend where we really talk about life, like real life, and in my community we always talk about what's really going on in the Jennifer Hadley community. Like it's occurred to me a couple times when I'm stressed out by something or upset by something that it doesn't actually end up making sense. Best, most recent example I have is when Justine wasn't feeling well. We weren't sure we knew what was going on with her. I couldn't get the doctor, her regular doctor, on the phone. His appointments were booked. I was getting kind of mixed messages when I posted in a Facebook group. And what occurred to me is there were moments where I just really felt nervous and afraid, like I was making the wrong decision by not taking her to a physician nearby, and just not really knowing what was wrong, and then reading too much and then being like, ooh. And then noticing, like, I cannot put my peace in this kind of, well, when she's, because my mind, peace.
Please.
She thinks I'm saying please, but peace, honey, that's great. Okay.
Please.
Peace.
Please.
Good. She says peace now. That's cool. So it's kind of like this. I can think in my life, like, I can just think of when I was a kid, for example. My mom watches these. So I'm like, But just as a kid, just remembering that I just really was so afraid of my parents. Like I never wanted my parents to get a divorce. I thought that was the end of the world. And that was the beginning of my life. And then as I move on, I end up in relationships and it's like breaking up would be the end of the world. And then just throughout my life, like ever thinking I had an illness and that would be the end of my world. And then like knowing that other people make it to the other side, but just not wanting to go that path, just feeling so resistant and so repulsed and scared of the idea of these certain situations happening. And to me, that's what these lessons are teaching us. It's like, we're upset because, the last lesson, which said, guys, you put your value in the valueless kind of, and it scares you because it's not a bedrock of truth that you are placing your peace in. I'm trying my best. But I think you get the point. It's like, it's not that we're happy or peaceful because all is well. It's we're happy and peaceful because God made a world for us to enjoy. God made us in his likeness, in his or her likeness, because of just profound love for us. And I still notice myself getting caught in traps where, I'll be happy when we have extra money. I'll be happy when my hair is all colored and no grays are coming through. I'll be happy when I have a nice outfit, and then, you know, the opposite being my world might end if this is going on, or my world could end if this is going on. And it may not seem that dramatic, but in this course, what I love so much, amen. Good, honey. What I love so much is that any ounce of fear is considered a massive amount. So what I love so much is we're being encouraged to go to every single corner of the crevice of the mind and do a thorough cleaning and purification. So to me, these 5 lessons were all about how if life is scary, we are not seeing clearly, as we know, and that's not the intention God had for our life. So it comes to me when I can kind of shake myself out of any fear I'm having and realize no matter what's going on, my function is always the same. My function is to bless. My function is to, it says, I just was reading about function in the course text, and it was saying my function is to heal. My function is to see with Christ's vision. My function will never change. So regardless of life circumstances, it's like if I was really committed, I would, and I am. So let me rephrase. Since I'm really committed, I am choosing to wake up and remember my function and know it and set forth on the day to bless and to uplift. I'll share my contract with you next time. But it has that that I intend to bless, uplift, and I can't remember the other one. But yeah. So I hope that was at all helpful. It can be hard to articulate, and I truthfully I'm not feeling comfortable to say every single thing of my life. So I'm trying to use sort of real details and sort of real examples and then maintain a sort of privacy. So it's interesting. And I don't think it out in advance, which is just my style. But I'm grateful to know that my function never changes and life itself doesn't change. It's always blessing me. My function is to bless the world. My function is to bless the world, and it's my invitation to see how the world is constantly blessing me. So, rocking it. Lesson 53. Moving on. Did you say hi at all? Do you want to say hi? Well, you were waving, but nobody can see you. You want to get up for a second? You want to say hi? Your fans miss you. I recorded a couple earlier than this, but then they got ruined. Bye? Do you want to hang up? You want to say bye? Okay, not today. Rocking it.